Guys, this is UDX 362 East Tennessee. We got the rotor today. So I think I got wonderful news, but it didn't come with a rotor cable wire. But something of my crazy ideas did something really cool back then. Back 4 years ago, you know, in 2022, I was getting all that stuff like LAN cable wire, how I could split the wire when it got chewed up. One of my sisters, when she used it for things like that, for her computer thing, when it got chewed up one time. And I had to split that wire here. This is the same wire we use on our soldering projects. It's not this wire we're going to be using, but I have something I got, and I'm lucky I bought it for $7 in up in Harriman, Tennessee. They still exist today, but they moved a different location in the same area. You guys can see that. No address and shit on it. This is the box. But I want to look inside. We'll show you inside this rotor. Looks like. I don't want to do half videos of rotors, okay? And eventually I'm going to paint this guy. So it's working. We'll have to try it on that wire I got. I went to pull it out of the shed a while ago. And I have some 22 gauge wire. So the instructions is telling here. And you can go look at the manual online. On Amazon you can get it. It says you can use 22 gauge wire. Or 20 gauge wire or 22 gauge wire. The cable will be used for longer runs and heavy gauge. The wires is the right size for this guy, this here. You guys will see it before we do anything. You guys can see that. It's in here. It's a pretty heavy box. It's not a cheap made one. And it does move. But, and I'll show you something about this. We'll look inside of it. Give you guys some time in it. Make sure we don't put any addresses on the internet and stuff like that. See this little line is? That's its calculation when it stops here and it stops over here. And this is where you put the pipe right up to here. Then you put your antenna on this side. The way I'm going to put the antenna on this side is right here on this side where my hand is, toward this direction. So then I have to lay my beam like this, straight, not straight up. It has to go this direction like this. So when those elements, I have to put the 19 footer on this side to the right because so it will not hit on the antenna side. And I'm trying to raise it up like this with a jack up to have these elements stick in the air like this instead, like not like this way, because it usually will touch my Mako V5000. We'll have to do that sometime. So I'll show you guys it's working, and I'll show you the inside of the antenna before we do it inside this rotor. So it's moving here. And the remote does work too. I put some rechargeable batteries in this guy. So it does move. You guys can see it. Is that the way they're supposed to move like that? But mostly we're using a LAN cable wire, Cat 5. But I got some better wire we're going to try out soon. So it's moving good. Though you can program the memory with it if you want to. I'm not going to mess that, but it says something you can recalibrate it. And it gives you all the degrees of the compass for this. It doesn't. It shows like this the factors of 10, which you see here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me try to tune this down. This thing's too right. There we go. You see the degree factor of 10. That's what it is. And I'll show you on the instructions I found on it. And I've seen it online a few days ago. Let me see if we get a zoom of this thing. Hold on a second. There we go. You guys can see that thing moving. I want to push the box. I like to push the box better than the remote. This is like if you want to stand far away from your radio and you aim it that way. That's what is good. And it moves this way too. You guys can see that. And it's moving the numbers like this. And the memory like that. You guys can see that. Show you that on video. I'm going to go all the way around. How far are we going right now? Look at that, 280. You have to recalibrate the way it is. That's 300. I don't know, that's 300. So you guys will see the numbers. The hacker is. We can recalibrate that we want. It'll go to 0 degrees. So that's actually due south. That's actually 360 degrees. I think that's what it'd be at 36 is 360 degrees. but you can set that way. Let's push this button here and go back the other way around. You guys can see it moving. I hope that seal will stay in that thing. I'm not going to mess with that. That's its O-wings. So it's moving like a champ. You guys can see it. And it's very heavy duty. You guys can see that. That's its motor inside. You guys know that is. But it's all metal, guys. It is all metal gears. I looked inside it in the bottom of it. I never opened the cap. I'm not going to mess with that. I don't think it needs oil. It smells like it has oil in it. It's doing good. Look at that, guys. It is moving beautiful. It's going back to 18 degrees. But that's actually the degrees north. You have to recalibrate this thing. I wish somebody could show me how to recalibrate. Maybe we can learn how to do it. Maybe Jungle Joe does it. And did it stop yet? Not yet, not yet. It'll go to that line. That's the 0 degrees thing. That's what it is. You guys see it moving. I'm running Cat 5 cable wire on this. That's what it is. That's what this wire is. This is the stuff I used on my own radios a while back. And you guys see it when it stopped here and it shuts off. And I'll show you guys inside of it what it looks like. So this thing is heavy duty. So we're going to shut this off for a second so I don't get electrocuted or anything like that. So I'll show you guys what it looks like inside. It comes with a screw. I had the screw for it, don't worry. I think it's over here somewhere. But it's like a small screw. I have the screw over here. Wait, I'll show you guys later. I have the screw for that thing. And you guys can see this. That's it's actually his thing. You guys can see that. I'll give you a focus in a second. So I just want to show this to cornbread. And this is its thing that's gapped there. But I found the perfect wire this week. It's going to be good. I just found it today. That you guys will love this. And that's the motor. But I hope I can get you guys down into this thing. Hold on a second. This thing is heavy duty. At least this thing's cool with the metal. I need to pull this back. I'm trying to show you guys the rotors. I'm not going to have to turn on a light in this thing. I'll do it in a second so we can do it. Let me see. Flashlight. It's actually way down there. It's actually metal. You can't see it. There it is. There it goes. You guys see it? See the rotor? See the little spiky things? That's not plastic. You see that? That is not plastic. Hope we can do some pinch zoom. I'm holding it right now. Hold on a second. We'll probably pinch zoom in a second. Hold on. Let me get a pinch zoom in a minute so we get at least 78 times so we can see it. I know this metal thing is kind of crazy when it pops up. It'll close on me because it's got latches on it. But I think you can actually pull them out, but I'm not going to do that. Hold on a second. I don't want to fall down with the wires. I'm going to hold it best I can. We can get it. Because I'm holding the camera with one hand at the same time. So you guys can see the motor. There it is. There's the rotors. I need to go right back up a second. Hold on. I'll put it around 4 times zoom. Should be able to see it a little better. There we go. You guys see the rotor? It's not plastic. It's actually metal. I don't think it's plastic, guys. You know? It looks white, but I'll show you the other side. You can't see it. Like, you can only see it from this angle. And I know it's probably metal or plastic. To me, it's actually metal. It's not plastic. It's like black. It's hard to tell you on this camera. I'll try to rezoom it back out again. There we go. I'll give you some pictures of it when I do that. I'll show you guys pictures on it. I'm going to put it on Brad's Facebook thing. The udxtradioclub.com, but no, C Radio Facebook group. But you will not be able to find it on Facebook because it's private. It's only him will give it out to you. And that's how you guys can join the UDXC Radio Club. When you get a UDX number, he'll put you in there. You have to have one. So that's actually the model number, you guys see it. So that's its big giant capacitor. You guys see that huge thing there? We don't want a lightning strike to hit this baby. And that is that thing in the middle is like a clamp where it pulls out. That is actually the motor that makes it spin. That's the spinner. I'm not taking this thing apart until the warranty wears out. You guys know that. Until the warranty wears out. I didn't put no warranty on it, but until the warranty wears out, that's the only thing you take it apart. I don't want people to learn about these type of rotors. Everybody should get one. And do some tear down videos for what it looks like. And also it came with brackets. Don't worry about that. Those things are great. Look at how quality that is. I have the little screw that goes on this thing. I cannot find it right now. I put it over here somewhere. And this is a little clamp that goes on the wires here in that box here. You guys saw in there. So it uses like a little silver type screw. Any type screw, you can find this anywhere. It's good. So you guys just see the rotor down there. You guys see it's all metal. So it's good quality. But if you guys want to know what kind of oil we should put in this thing, I'm not going to put no oil in it, but it's actually sprocket type oil gears. Probably could be more like bicycle gear, but it's very heavy duty, guys. I think it weighs like 4 to 5 pounds, but it will go on that mast still, like I told you about. You put it on the heavy part of the mast. You don't put it on the thin part on the top. That's what it is. You can still do that, but pretty good. And I'll show you the guys the rotor cable wire I think I'm going to be using. It's security camera wire. That's what it is, and I think it's going to work for this thing. Worked pretty good. Yeah, I got the screw. I found it. Don't want to break this whole boy. This took me a while. You guys know how much I paid for this thing. So the screw is still there. That's a little tiny screw that goes on that bracket right there. I'll show you the cable wire, and I'll show you the guys the garden report. So before we go, so I got this for that price on Amazon. You guys can get that. It didn't came with a rotor cable wire, so I got something that's gonna be perfect, guys. And I'll show you guys in a second. Because you know this is the day my mom and my sister went to go see my brother today. I usually do on the live stream when they're not here. So I'll show you guys what I got. But I don't want to show addresses and shit on this video. Especially boxes and shit. It's a trip show we're using. You guys see that? And we get this on this angle here. We don't want no addresses. This is a lawnmower mom got. But that was a tripper shredder we've been using. We're probably going to be chopping this thing up today. I'm going to show you the security cable wire. Make sure everything's good. There's the beam antenna still there. You guys see that? So what I'm doing in my garden right now, guys. Let me make sure I zoom it up so I don't see my car. The car or either way. Because you got to keep the mobile secret out here, you know what I mean? There we go. And I'm still using the same camera phone, the one I swiped the chip over. You guys knew? You guys knew that? So that's the tarp we put in down the other day. So we're going to be putting beds. We already got the beds for it. And there's still green peppers growing. Especially, I can't show my heights right now because this